exciting match of Star Wars Episode 1 Racing. This is the semifinals of the lower bracket, final match of the loser's side of our lower bracket. This is Nock and Dwyguy battling it out in a best of 11. I am Lilac Dryad, joined today by one Radiant Variant.
Hello, hello.
And we will be your commentators for today's stream. Kicking things off now, so the countdown has been given by Bodo, so we should be seeing things catch up here in a second. Our first race is Aqualaris Classic. Both racers had banned down from the circuits all the way down to their very last course. So we should expect some clean line racing here. This should be a very fun match.
AQC being a good place to flex your bend skills, that's for sure.
Yeah, absolutely. All right, I'm not sure if this is actually the race. It might actually be the race.
I don't think so. Dwy was on the pause screen for a while, and they had not started. I don't think they've gotten the reset yet, unless they have. In which case...
This might be it.
That's going to be a monstrous sync of 31 seconds. I think it'd be better off not to sync on this one.
We'll see. We can. We're working out the kinks here. So,
unless you want Dwy to be in timeout for a half a minute.
I mean, hey, that just might be the nature of the syncs today. We might be having these monstrous 30-second delays.
Oof. If this is Dwy's good run, he posted lap 1 of 1 minute 1:19.
All right, I'm gonna go ahead and set my phone here. I can see a Twitch chat. Hello and hi.
Nock clearing through the figure 8.
Oh,
with a crash. Not good. My guy, plenty of time to pull ahead, even with that dicey repair at the very beginning.
Yeah, we will see who this goes to. It's hard to tell who's really in the lead right now because there's no sync. But
yeah, I definitely did not place any bets on this race either. I honestly do not see a clear winner here.
I forgot to bet as well.
You got to live with it now.
Yeah, I do. No, I placed a bet on Nock winning. I did not bet on the races, though.
Yeah, I'm earning my truckets the fairway.
All right, let's see here. We've got Dwyguy coming around the corner, heading for the doors on this final lap here. Both of them took a buddy, which is the optimal strategy here. Nock riding the hairpin a little bit.
Not going to have to fight for it.
Yeah, no kidding.
Especially after that opening crash, but they are posting strong lap times after that fact.
All right.
Dwy, I don't think they were in the right run. Oh no.
Why is this?
Yeah, I figured they weren't in the right run.
I guess we'll see if Nock restarts.
Nock is on their restart run. Dwyguy was not.
I
figured as much.
I don't know what to do about this. Because Nock's got a time of a 2:45, and we're going to see those milliseconds here in a moment here. 2:45, 482. But Dwyguy went almost the entire race. Should we, mods? I don't know what to do.
It was a very late restart.
Yeah, that was an incredibly late restart. Well, it's not Metallic. It's not so much that Dwy missed the countdown. There was a countdown, right? But it was very much like, all right, racers, you've got 30 seconds, and then ready up and have the countdown. So I don't know.
I'm wanting to think that Dwy was still in that pause screen from earlier. So I honestly think this is their restart run.
Yeah, and Nock saying it happens. If she doesn't have a problem with it, then we can... I guess we can let this slide.
I mean, we still have to see if Dwight can actually beat Nock's time.
Also
It's not
true.
a done deal.
And these two racers, very similar in terms of skill level. Both of them not at all newbies to tourney. These are both tourney veterans that we are watching.
Although I do think it will take a crash from Dwight to equalize things out. I do believe they have a slight lead.
Yeah, that is true, because Nock did have that one crash in her run. Let's see. Let's see how this plays out. Metallica, this has happened. You are correct. And I suppose it's not the, it's not like there's actually any...
Yep. Dwight missed the countdown.
Yeah, there it is. Okay.
They're closing in on the figure eight. Mark your bingo cards.
All right. Looks like Dwight takes it with a 240.872 with Nock and a 245.42 with one death. All right. I'll go ahead and verify these results. Bodo yelling at me because I accidentally hit submit results instead of verify, and him telling me, you're not a player. Thank you, Bodo. Very cool feature. Appreciate it, Lightning Pirate, for Bodo telling me that I am not, in fact, racing. All right, we are having permabans coming in here.
With Dwight guy holding the lead right off the bat.
Yep. All right, Nock banning Andobi Mountain Run. A smart ban, considering Dwiguy's fondness of those Ando Prime tracks.
Dwight guy responding with an Abyss ban. No fun.
We're not seeing Abyss skips today.
No fun.
All right, just waiting for that next ban from Nock. And to be fair, a good ban on Dwiguy's part as well. Nock is very famous for pulling out all of these stops for the skips.
Nock deciding to ban the Bunta Classic.
We're not seeing that one either. That's tragic. That's one of my favorites.
You're a bolder individual than I.
Listen, it's all about embracing the terror. Ooh, and a ban from Dwiguy for the gauntlet.
The moment you say embracing the terror, they decide to omit the terror.
Yeah. Wow, that is a bold ban.
Nock banning Bullseye.
All right, let's see where we're going. We'll have
Dwiguy not on the board today.
Yeah. Hey, not immediately. Nothing saying we can't have wow. Nothing saying we can't have Bullseye later.
Dwight Navior.
All right, Dwight Navior. Dwight 10 banning Inferno. Let's see that track pick from Nock. Why Yunga incredible. All right, looks like we are heading for Ando Prime Centrum.
The Centrum. Oh boy.
This track, another one of the not terribly difficult tracks. There's only one real spot in it that is that we consider difficult racing. That lovely little hairpin section right in the middle. Other than that, it's just clean lines and good use of heat.
The wooden S-curve, the nightmare.
All right. Sorry about the silence there. The cats decided to have a little spat behind me, and I wanted to make sure everyone's okay. Fighting over a sunbeam by the looks of it.
I guess we're just waiting for the sync.
We're waiting for the countdown.
Yeah,
and
that
then
too.
We're waiting for the sync.
I'm just hoping I don't bork it.
You've got this. I can also call the time if that'll be helpful for you.
That just might. Everything else is running smoothly.
Yeah. I mean, so far we started pretty close to on time. Minimal tech issues. I think so far things are going pretty well. Nock showing us already the hug the wall to the left there to not die on the icicle.
Moving toward the S curve, a little bit of a bump into it, but exiting it cleanly. They're up and they're through the geometry because this is an N64 game.
Yeah, funnily enough, through that bridge is the fastest line.
We don't need to worry about no collision detection, no surfaces. We just go.
No,
we
still
fast.
we need to worry about collision detection, just not anywhere you would think you need to worry.
Yep. Those fences, those buildings, those are optional.
All right. Both racers have been selected by the players. We've got a countdown here in 30 seconds, so it'll probably be about a minute 30 before we actually see it on our end. Looks like we've got some Dwy fans in the chat.
Why is indeed the guy?
All right, countdown here will be given shortly, and then it'll be just waiting for that warm-up period to finish up on our end.
Why taking a bit of a different route in the practice run?
You know, whatever you're comfortable with.
For sure. 3, 2, 1. And we're ready to get underway.
All right, there is that countdown. I believe this is just knock. Oh, maybe this is it.
And knock is off.
All right. I thought it would take a little bit longer, but here we are.
And Dwy guy, why are you not restarting?
No. This isn't it. I don't think this is it. There's like a minute delay. So I have a feeling we'll be seeing knock restart here shortly. Or maybe I'll be wrong again, and this is actually Knock's attempt, and Dwy guy just missed the countdown a second time.
I think they caught on.
Ah, here it is.
Oh, yep, we do have a double restart.
All right, here's the actual race, folks. Dwy guy getting off the line a little bit ahead of Knock, but that's fine. All right, about a 6-second delay. Dwy guy 6 seconds ahead of Knock, and Knock is off. All right, here is that nice little sync pause. And there we go. All right. And they are neck and neck going into this hairpin. Ooh, a couple of bumps.
Bump on the exit.
Knock coming out slightly ahead, though. Ooh, and Dwy not getting the boost over that jump. That's going to cost him.
And we're going to see another unorthodox route from Dwy guy. They're taking the far left side into the centrum.
At this level, you know, this is also unacceptable. It costs an order of milliseconds, really.
Knock is ahead by about a second, though.
Yeah, those milliseconds are important here. All right, Knock coming in with a 53 lap time versus Dwy's 55. As long as she can maintain this lead, this is hers. Around the corner through the tunnel. Pushing these lines very tightly and quickly. Knock, that is her playstyle, though. She is
very heavy bump, slowing them down on the S-curve.
But it did not matter because Dwy took the same bump in the second half of that hairpin, taking some nasty damage. Not holding the boost through the jump either, electing for a much shorter jump and then a boost through. Knock's just got the faster lines here.
Streaming toward the down ramp. Multiple seconds ahead.
All right, off the jump. Yeah, that lead is only getting larger.
Knock on the final lap.
Versus that
we did get a double zero time. How about that?
Yeah, look at that. Yeah, Knock scares me a little with her playstyle. She likes to cut the brakes at the last, or cut the thrust at the last possible second. I am surprised that she didn't clip that fence.
Even more slow down in the S-curve.
But makes it through just fine.
They're up, they're through, and they're down.
Yeah, both of them seem to be taking the S-curve nice and safe. Safe-ish. It's a hard turn to take safely.
Especially with Ben.
Yeah. Ben loves just riding that wall.
The Toon's a clunker, but he's a fast one, that's for sure.
Hey, yeah, that's for sure. So, wow, that's for sure, and that's for certain. All right, we've got a 239.81 from Knock versus Dwy Guy's 244.122. I'll go ahead and verify those results. No deaths from either player, but we kind of expect that for that track.
And Nock ties it right back up.
All right, 1-1. Both players still have all of their force points. A reminder that because this is best of 11, these players have 4 force points each, rather than the 3 we've seen in the tournament so far.
Still got to make them count, though.
All right, looks like Dwight temp banning Mars Guo. Interesting temp ban.
I'm smelling some skippies.
You never know. Baruch host ban from Nock. Oh. Oh. All right. Looks like we are seeing. Oh, wow. All right. Dwy picking Bumpy's Breakers and temp banning 2 additional racers, Ben Quadraneros and Bowls Roar. Which means I think we're going to see a bullseye mirror here.
Bullseye on the breakers. Very interesting.
I could be wrong. Say I have known racers to go against what the commentators say. It's almost like we're cursed.
Correct, Ace. This is loser semis. I believe so.
Yes, this is loser semifinals. I have no idea why it's a censor, but that's okay. Loser semifinals. This is our last match in the losers bracket. The winner will go on to face the winner of topsides semifinals in the finals of lower bracket. Which I guess I could pull that up real quick. Let's take a look here. We still have yet to see that Page versus Adept match, and that will determine who the winner of this match is facing in finals.
Well, well. Nock picking Mahonic.
Oh!
This is unexpected.
Also a fast pod.
This is unexpected. I was not expecting to see a Maw pick.
Yeah. Not a pod we get to see very often, huh? Oh, well, she might be changing her mind.
With a pod that has not been, the record for this track goes to Hellfire with a 449.229. With Dwy Guy actually very close behind at a 455.
Yeah. All right.
Metallica Maw will die on shortcut, trust. Yep. That city shortcut is absolutely ruthless to wider pods, and those silly outriggers on the edge of Maw's pod certainly count.
Unfortunately for the collision, they absolutely do. All right, but it looks like it was just a part change, and she is sticking with Maw.
All right. It's a bold strategy, Nock. Let's see how it plays out for them.
So far, I was about to say so far looking good in warm-ups. I shouldn't have said anything, actually.
And there it is, the commentator's curse.
Every time. Why are we even here?
Because someone's gotta be. And hey, I enjoy the races.
Who doesn't? These are always exciting to watch.
Oh, there's another one.
I'd say that Nock's looking pretty shaky, but Dwy is also looking shaky with that engine fire. So it looks like we're about to see that restart. I'm guessing the countdown has already been given. Yeah, the countdown has been given, so this is our restart.
The die is cast. It's going to be Maw versus Bullseye.
This will be fun. All right, Nock slightly ahead here. 3.5 second sync delay with Nock in the lead. Oh, did you remember to reset the sync delay? Excellent. All right.
For once, I'm on the ball.
Superb.
Looks like we're pretty close. I might be a 10th or 2/10ths off, but we're still doing good.
Yeah, they're neck and neck, but this is a long, mean track. There's still a lot of racing left to go.
Yeah, Semi-Pro goes out with a bang with this board.
Yeah, no kidding. All right, through the first hairpin,
They
couple
are
of bumps from Nock. But
very
that's
close together. Oh,
all right.
Dwight
Dwight
takes the
pulling
lead.
ahead.
Couple of bumps heading toward the dirt road.
Oh, engine fire from Nock.
And it did not want to go out. That was a long repair.
Mm-hmm. Also, Nock did not bring up friend.
Ohanek has no friends.
Oh, that's brutal. All right.
Oh,
Abandoning
boy.
the shortcut and...
Yikes! Oh, my goodness.
That is less than ideal. Death from Nock. For those listening and not able to watch the stream, I guess. Giving you the play-by-play.
And back in the day, radio was all we had. We didn't have no stinking stream interlay.
It's funny, I was actually listening to a match earlier this season on the drive home from work. And it was a very interesting experience. Oh my gosh, alright. Nock coming in with that first lap, 149 even. Dwy guy well into the second lap already.
Not taking that shortcut in the city is a bit of a death sentence here.
Well, and it might pay off though. Say if Dwy guy dies on that shortest cut, they could get a pretty nasty respawn.
True. The respawns there are equally unforgiving. They will set you back quite a bit of distance. And they'll just put you in a location that doesn't make any sense relative to where you were.
Exactly. But Dwy guy really holding on to that lead with some solid racing. Say Nock just coming into the hairpin now, and Dwy guy is almost all the way to the doors. Wow.
Why through the sluice gates effortlessly, going toward the city shortcut.
Let's see that shorter shortcut.
Off the throttle and
Nails it.
a bump and good.
Tiny little bump, didn't even take damage, just slowed down a little bit. All right, and Nock's coming up, opting to take the shortcut, but not the shortest cut.
Scenic route.
Yeah, I mean, the best line is the line where you don't die, so.
That is very true.
Maybe a couple of bumps there from Nock on that hairpin, but comes out in one piece.
Dwy holding a commanding lead of upwards of 10 seconds.
Yeah, 138.57 on Dwy's second lap. Still waiting for Nock to finish that. 139.71 for Nock's second lap. I think Dwy would need to die once or twice here for Nock to really even be able to pull this back together.
Dwy will definitely need to take 2 strikes.
That's hard. He's looking real comfortable in bullseye.
And the city shortcut is being diced by that small pod.
Yeah, that's the nice thing about bullseye. Very small pod. As much as I like to complain about how twitchy he is a good pod for a reason.
Bullseye! Polish summoner indeed. The bullseye is being hit quite firmly right now.
I mean, this was a good pick by Dwy. Really throwing Nock off the meta and saying, all right, what you gonna pick? Because I know what I'm gonna pick. Ooh, another engine fire for Nock. Quick fix, though. All right, and Dwy through shortest cut again. There's not really many places left for him to die at this point.
In practice and in execution here, they have been dicing the city shortcut with no effort at all.
I mean, hey, you stick with what you're comfortable with. This is going to be another point for Dwy guy unless they somehow die 3 times in this city section. But I do have to doubt that. There's not really much left to die. Unless you really, really just wrench the turns with with Bullseye. And a fire finish for Dwy with 455.227. No deaths.
Shoutouts to Arc Roos for helping them out with the sluice gates.
Yeah, good old Bumpy. And a 507.928 for Nock. 1 death. Go ahead and verify those results and keep on moving.
Dwy guy retakes the lead. I believe it is going to come down to who breaks the first serve.
Yes, absolutely. And Nox on the uphill here. She will need to break that serve. And there's still a lot of match left. Say it's best of 11, so we are in for the long haul, especially if they're going back and forth like this. All right, Nox temp banning Bullseye.
And Dwy responding by temp banning Inferno.
I'm curious to see what the play here is. Usually a temp ban for Bullseye is a not great sign of where we're going.
Unless you're Nacho, then you're right at home.
Yeah. All right. Oh, we're seeing some temp bans from Nock here. We're going to Baru Coast. And she is temp banning Ben Quadraneros and Elon Musk as well.
Baru Coast.
Tourney records for these two. Dwy Guy is a 419.162 with 1 death, and Nock a 426.118 with 3 deaths. So this will be an interesting match.
With the track record itself held by Ace at a 351.636. And with
Beautiful
the next best available, Nate Man with 356.911.
Only 1 death with Nate Man as well. All right, both players have selected their racers, and I assume we'll be hitting that warm-up here shortly.
And dang, it feels good to see a Neva record on this little scoreboard.
Yeah, good old Neva Key.
Best pod in the game. I will have no arguments.
Neva Key is certainly an interesting pod. I'll give you that.
Everyone hates him. Everyone hates him.
I mean, hey, they're not Sebulba.
This is a true statement.
Factually correct.
But with Bullseye, Ben, and Elon, who do you go for here? Do you go Mars? I think you go Mars.
I think Mars is the pick. Ever Alert saying, oop, not banning Mars, SMH my head. Let's see, we've got Nock on Mars. I imagine it'll be a Mars mirror, but you never know. Maybe Dwy's got some real weird off-meta. Maybe they'll pick Mahonic.
Mahonic of the Cursed Camera. Nock taking a death in the practice run.
It's practice, getting the jitters out, you know?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, looks like it's going to be a Mars mirror.
They are not the same. They are the Martians.
The Baru Coast is an interesting one because it's out of this set of courses. I'd argue it's one of the easier ones, that and Inferno, and, you know, easy, quote-unquote. These are still brutal tracks.
Inferno is just unstable. That's my biggest problem with it. There's some stuff on Inferno that's just wrong.
Graphite Gateway and Fire Mountain Rally, I think, are the worst here, but Baru Coast and Inferno are no slouches in their own right either. Say it's interesting here. Dwy Guy in warm-ups took a safer line through that little shortcut jump there than Nock did, so it might come down to that. But we'll see how well each of these racers does. Say Dwy playing it very safe. I don't know about that. I don't think this is a top 3 1-through difficulty, Gale. I could be wrong.
I think I would. Personally, I would.
I just think they're harder tracks. And, you know, my perception is so warped.
My perception comes from being stuck on a console. And when it comes to excelling, Baru Coast is not a slouch course. To get it right, you've got to do quite a few things. So while I won't say top 1 to 3, I'll definitely put it at 4 at the bare minimum.
All right, countdown has been given. I think this is not going. All right, we've got about a 7.5 delay between Nock and Dwy Guy. Nock in the lead in terms of that delay.
So it's 7.5?
Yep. Yeah, Dwy taking the safe shortcut there. Yeah, see, I would agree with that. I just think Boon to Eve is harder than Baru Coast. Oh, death from Knock.
Okay, something went wrong.
Ah, they're close.
Yeah, I missed it.
Did you forget to reset the sync?
Yeah, you got me there. I think I missed it by 2 seconds.
That's okay.
Try this again. I apologize for putting some of the racers in timeout for a few seconds.
Into the pause box with you.
God! Oh my gosh, this is actually starting to annoy me.
Ah, don't worry about it. They're 2 seconds off. It'll be fine.
Okay, we got it right.
Nice.
Let's go.
All right, Dwy Guy with the lead. Oh, it's another death for Knock. 127 time for Dwy, 130 for Knock for those lap times. Dwy Guy playing this course very safe.
Better safe than scrap.
Yeah.
Taking the short hop over the wall.
Because Knock is pushing
Knock's
these lines
taking
as
the
hard as
long
she
hop
can.
over the wall. Off the long hop, I do prefer to take the boost as I hit the ground instead of in the air. Dwy on the brakes going through the jungle portion. And
Knock
again,
entering the jungle. See how well she handles this. A little bit of a jump there, but not a death. Yeah, Knock is really gunning for Dwy here.
in this position, you have to be after that crash. You're behind.
Yeah, she's had 2 crashes so far. It's very interesting, and I know this is said almost every match. The racers do not know how well the other is doing. This is, their own separate copies, their own separate things, so unless they're watching the stream, which is a solid minute behind, they have no idea.
Solid minute behind and a solid 100% to the risk factor.
Yeah, no kidding. 125 for Dwy for that lap time, and Knock coming in with a 128. Say she didn't die that time, but boy, that she died right on the finish line, so she had to get all of her speed back up right at the start of that lap.
Basically starting lap 1 all over again.
I'll say. Going for that longer hop, and I just don't think it's going to be enough. Dwy Guy is going to need to die here for Knock to actually catch up.
Hey, don't count it out. Mars is a bit of a wide boy.
Yeah, and that jungle is no easy section.
Those walls will frag you if you do not respect them.
Yeah, no kidding.
And Dwy definitely being a little bit disrespectful in this last run. Mars the Thickums. You are not wrong, Polish Summoner.
Droopy, good to see you. Just realized that you were the one who sent that list. Hello and good morning. Well, I guess it's not morning wherever you are. But it's morning for me, so.
All I gotta say is, knowing or not, you mess up, you mess up. Survival remains a key point of winning.
Yeah, the
very
best
true.
line is the one where you don't die.
Praiseworthy words.
Yeah, and it looks like Knock is pushing those times. There's not anywhere left for Dwy to die except that very last turn, but even then, I don't think it's going to make a difference at this point. Nice clean turn, and he was losing time through those laps. Say Knock had the better pace.
Oh!
I say that as she dies for a third time. 418.593 for Dwy Guy, and then we got a 426.730. She had the better pace, but those deaths cost her.
And it is our serve break. Dwy takes a 2-race lead.
Yeah, Knock's got some catching up to do if she wants to pull this back. She's got to beat Dwy on 2 of his own picks.
Not impossible, but not easy.
I also believe in the comeback. I have 300,000 Truggets riding on this. All right, let's see here. We've got...
I'm going to do
Knock,
folks a
temp
favor.
banning, bullseye.
Dwy keeping the foot on Inferno's throat. We are not seeing that board today.
Ah, yes! Ballester 100 as Dud Bolt, the force.
The track favorite force.
We have seen this course so much this tournament, and it makes me so happy. I love Dud. He's such a bad pod.
It's dude boot. Dude boot.
If Draco was here, he would say, we call Dud a dud because his pod's a dud. It's such a cool design. It makes me so upset. It's like he's driving a dragster, right? Like, his handling is just awful.
If he's driving a dragster, he needs to go back to the performance tuning section because that pod does not drag well.
I mean, hey,
I don't even think it can reach 900 speed units.
No, it can. The speed is good. It's not obviously great. It's just that his turning is awful. It's so bad.
I will say he has the funniest line for when he hits the wall. He's like this random. Whoa!
Yes, his voice lines, choice, fantastic. All right, and our best times here are pretty darn close together with this track favorite. We've got Paige with the tourney record at 202.523, and Knock right behind Paige with a 203.226. That being said, probably because this is the first tourney where we've seen Malistaire 100 this much.
And Dwy Guy right behind Knock with a 205.033.
This is going to be a close race. Now, I do know that Knock likes to play very risky on that last hairpin. And Dud, in his defense, is a very tough pod. He can take some hits that some other pods would crash to. Looking at you, Bullseye.
In terms of durability, yeah, he's no dud. He's a brick wall. He will take the hits.
But unfortunately, his pod does handle like a brick wall. All right, countdown will be starting here in about 30 seconds. It'll be about a minute after that before we actually see our racers. Did you remember to reset the sync on our racers?
We are looking at double blanks here.
Excellent. Fantastic. Love to hear it. Very funny watching
Where is the reset command?
Oh, I don't know. I've actually never done the sync. It should be there. They might just be clearing it out. All right, countdown has been given. We are just waiting for these players to go ahead and reset. And of course, the stream is behind as always. So, God, it's such a cool pod. I wish he was a better pod. He's genuinely my favorite pod in terms of design. Alas, his turning is terrible.
Dwy is on the reset.
And Dwy hovering over that restart here. Knock should be doing the same here. I imagine this is just her getting those last practicing in. Dwy probably starting after the 30-second, or probably hitting the pause after that 30-second notification. All right, looks like Dwy is resetting, and here comes Knock's restart. All right, and Dwy is off. Nice hefty sync delay coming in here.
I'm working on it.
Yeah, you're good. About 13-second delay.
13 seconds.
And Knock is off.
And for whatever reason, the sync control does not erase the previous syncs.
Yeah, you gotta punch it in to be 0 again, and then it does its own thing, I think. Like I said, I've actually never done the sync before.
It's behaving enough.
That's good. Both racers neck and neck here as we approach the hairpin. The one hard turn on this track. Knock slamming into it, but really taking advantage of Dud's durability here. And slightly ahead for it, a 41.18 versus a 42.03.
Putting some respect on the Dud's name.
Good old Dud Bolt.
Dude Bolt.
You know, we've seen this a lot. We've seen Malistaire 100 a lot more than in the previous tourney. It's a fun track favorite. Fun, in quotations.
We don't have Game Draco here to tell us that it's based off a real-life course either.
Yeah, one of the two that are based off a real-life course. Dwy taking a death!
And Now Nock blazes into the lead because that's going to be a lot of speed you're going to have to make up going towards start-finish.
Especially with Dud. Oh, yeah, you're right. Dud does not break 900. I didn't even realize that. Whew.
Nock screaming over the methane pools, heading over the ramp into the interior tunnel and out towards the Sketo ramp.
I mean, as long as she makes that last turn, it's hers.
Oh, using the wall. Oh, yikes! Engine 1 taking a beating.
Hey, no warning sign. Wow. 203.568 versus a 207.159. Go ahead and verify those results.
The rare dub for Dud.
Well, but
Not
it's only
getting
Dud.
back into this.
If it's only Dud racing, he can only win.
Yeah, but you never see Dud forced.
This is the one time you do. All right. Now, if
It
Nock
takes
wants
guts,
to pull back,
and guts is enough.
yeah. If Nock wants to pull back that lead, she will need to break serve and then proceed to win another pick of Dwi's. All right, Dwy, attempt banning Ben Quadraneros.
Nock responds with
A ban for Zugga Challenge.
we don't need that stinking track. Ugh.
SMH, no dozers? We don't want the dozer? Dozer awareness. Oh. All right. Dwy, use another force point. We are going to see Scrappers run with Juan Sandage.
Rich homie Juan. How about that?
Track tourney, wow, let's try that again. Tourney track record here is a 151.378 with Goofbrush. Dom holding the next record with best available pod at 207.592, and Nox on this leaderboard as well with a 215.393 with one death. Nothing for Dwy here, but we will see how comfortable he looks in the warm-ups. While I would say it is his pick, he should be comfortable. It is not uncommon for racers to pick suboptimally, speaking as someone who has picked suboptimally.
Definitely is cool to see the 25th anniversary treatment with all these track favorite forces.
Yes, absolutely.
While it is cool to see big meta performances, it's also cool to give the little guys a shot.
100%, yeah. So it's nice seeing the other pods this game has to offer, because if you just go back and forth with some of these racers, we'll just see Ben the entire time, with the exception of Bullseye maybe once or twice.
And a few Mars, maybe Bulls, maybe Neva if Bullseye's banned on a narrow course.
Well, and it really depends, right? Because you get to the higher, like you look at any of the upper bracket races, right? And they're all picking Ben. And there's been some races where we don't see a force because they just want to win on best times.
Sometimes that's how you have to do it, though.
Yeah. I feel like it's much more common in lower bracket to see all of these forces and track faves and skips and everything else, which that's what they're there for, right? They're there to give you the edge.
Yep.
Speaking of the edge,
speaking of the edge, Dwy just met it.
Dwy looked pretty comfortable compared to Nock's death, but now both racers have died once in warm-ups, so I don't know why I bother.
The wall is not your friend. Do not make acquaintance with it.
No. Especially not with Juan. He is unfortunately not the toughest pod. Ooh, Nock dying on that same spot again.
Unfortunately, we're talking about slow pods once more. Juan is the slowest. There is no dispute here.
Is he slower than Sebulba?
Yes, I believe so.
Nock going out of bounds there. I didn't know it was possible to go out of bounds there.
Yeah, this track is kind of held together by hopes and dreams and duct tape.
Yeah, you could say that again. Abyss? Oh boy, don't even get me started on Abyss.
What's wrong with Abyss? I like Abyss.
Abyss is a gimmick track that it's got the one hard turn, and it just punishes you if you don't race clean. There's no walls to ride on, and if there is, they just kill you.
You're not wrong there.
But that's a lot of these courses there. Knock not falling off. Both of these racers don't look particularly comfortable, if you ask me. Both of them have had several deaths in this warm-up here. I have a feeling it's going to be a little bit of a bloodbath.
Definitely isn't pristine, but hey, that's where the fun is.
Yeah, no kidding. Countdown has been given. We should be seeing that restart here shortly. There's
Knox on the reset.
Pause, and there's Dwy. One sandwich indeed. On sandwich, that's what I order at a diner. There is a half-second delay if you really want to with Dwy Guy on that half-second, but I mean, that was very close to a sync. All right, let's see this first. Neither of them dying on the first corner.
What the? Why did Dwy launch ahead by that much?
I don't.
Oh no! Knock is off the board!
Oh, Knock falling to her doom. All right, well, now there's a 13-second time difference between the two. Dwy is ahead by that 13 seconds, so I will. I'll let you figure that out. I'll keep the air open. 48-second lap time for Knock here. Dwy had a much faster lap time. Not much faster, but a faster lap time.
Entered in that 13, but I got the feeling it's not going to matter.
Yeah. Ooh, Knock not dying on that wall. I'm surprised she didn't. That wall is brutal. You tap it with a pod and it'll kill you. And who knows, in that 13 seconds, a lot could have happened. Maybe Dwy did take a death, and they're much closer than we thought. No, okay, Dwy is ahead by about a death's amount. All right, 43.81 for Dwy for that lap 2 time, and a 43.83 for Knock on that lap time. So they really think that Knock is going to need Dwy to take a death here on this lap for her to catch up. Which, very possible with this course. This course is mean. Oh! Knock taking another death. All right, I'd say that there are places Dwy's running out of room to die here, but running out of course, really. We're on the final jumps here with Dwy, so unless he somehow misses these jumps, and he doesn't. It's a 2:11 something for Dwy, 2:11.436, and no deaths, surprisingly, given how shaky he was in warm-ups. Not coming in with a 2:20.97. I'll go ahead and verify. Oh, well, Knock has already moved past that screen.
I'm pretty sure it was a 975.
All right, I'll go ahead.
Holy cow, one sucks to use full track.
All right, submitted there. All right, 4-2 in Dwy's favor. Both racers have 2 force points left, and both racers still have a salty run back remaining.
Knock banning Bullseye.
Once again. Dwy
guy continuing
Inferno.
to hammer Inferno into the dirt.
Just really does not want to do Inferno, or Inferno skips for that matter.
I can't blame them.
It seems like Dwy has done his homework here. With Knock. Knock is a big fan of skips. And I wouldn't be surprised if she had the Inferno skip under her belt as well.
Me being stuck on Xbox, I have to really... SL. SL
yes.
Full track, plain and simple.
Lovely pick from Knock there. We love Swable's legacy in this house.
Track record being held by Domire with a 147.762, with the next best being Knock, who raced the Riddler Mobile. It's just a question with a 156.063.
Hang on, let me look at that question mark.
It's a question mark. What do you want from me?
Wow, it really is a question mark.
I don't get paid enough to lie to you.
We're not getting paid at all.
We get paid?
in Truggets, my friend, the best currency.
I'm not going to say my balance right now.
I'm about to lose some. Let's see here. We
Trust me, regardless of the amount you use, you lose if you do, could probably reimburse you. It's not a big deal.
I would be willing to bet the question mark was Nock just forgot to select the racer when she got that time.
Or they race like those old skateboard commercials where they race with an invisible skateboard. They just race with an invisible pod.
I don't think that one's legal.
The textures failed to load.
Yeah. All right, and the pod just isn't appearing. Does that mean that there's no hitbox?
That's a bad thing, because then you're going straight through the floor.
See ya. All right.
Again, this was one of our qualifier tracks, so everyone has at least some experience with it.
Correct. Knocked an arrow. Nock off the line here for her warm-ups. We're seeing Dwy still getting settings set up and a pod picked, but...
Ooh, very close.
Ooh, that was
dicey,
dangerously close. All right. And we are... I'm curious
electing
to see...
take the long route in warm-ups to get that long straightaway.
Dwy picking Mahonic.
What?
I'm not making this up. I just saw it. Look, you can see the little things.
All this Mahonic love today. This is interesting.
This is the most we've seen him all tourney.
You're not wrong. Pretty sure Bill Dyer's not very happy seeing the pod. He hates the view cam the most.
Nock is really cutting that corner close. I questioned Dwy's pick, but maybe he knows something that I don't.
Hey, we're gonna find out.
Yeah, no kidding.
Oh! Behind there, I'm watching the delayed stream. Nock taking a crash.
Oh, but yeah, again, you should reset those delays. Yeah.
See, I wish there was a reset button, but there isn't.
Well, it's weird that it's pausing, because I thought it would just jump to the right one.
Yeah, I haven't entered anything in for the sync.
Oh, did Nock's stream just crash?
Yeah, I haven't entered anything in for the sync yet.
That's not good. It looks like Dwy's off. We'll see if Nock's stream comes back.
Oh, it looks like they're off.
Oh, all right.
Looks like about a 3-second sync in favor of Nock.
If that even, yeah. This is a strange up. Nock is now... Whatever that just did, reset it. I don't know, because that was the reset jump.
And Nock is still ahead by 7. Yeah, 7 or 8.
Alright, it looks like, yeah.
I really hate this part of the job.
Could be a little frustrating sometimes.
4, 5, 6. I give up.
It's close enough. Alright. Nock really hitting these walls hard today.
But Ben's speed proving to be the difference maker.
Yeah, I'll say I have no idea why do I pick Mahonic.
Nock scraping the invisible wall of the canyon portion going toward the final straightaway.
Better than going over the death texture.
No, you're not wrong. And they're on the final straightaway. Looking to take a round off Dwy.
159.85 with a nice sub 2. Dwight coming in with a lovely 204. And verify those results real quick. All right, not calling a quick restroom break. All right, I'm gonna go ahead and get my. If you want, I can take over the tracker real quick.
The sync, yeah. If
Yeah,
you
the
could
sync.
take over the sync, that'd be wonderful. Because it's clearly just giving me a bit of an aneurysm here.
Yeah, you're good. No worries.
I'm trying. I'm getting close, but I'm not hitting the mark. Where are all the Mahonic gamers in the chat? Stuck with a bad camera viewpoints. I truly hate to break it to you.
All right. Say that
He was the
should be
first
good
race.
now.
He was the first racer downed in the Bunta Classic for a reason.
Truly a tragedy. Well, actually, the tragedy is Rats Tyrell, who did actually die in that race.
Rip rats. Knock has returned. And it is time for Dwight to make a banning. Dwight bans Bullseye. Knock responds with
Something.
we're anxiously waiting. What are you responding with? We have to know.
Nock just walked out of our room to get a battery for her mouse. She is a keyboard mouse player after all, and her mouse did just die in the middle of the match.
Mouse and keyboard. Good lord. I could never.
Hey, it works for her.
I am junk with mouse and keyboard. Absolute junk.
Listen, I do not understand it either as someone who uses the controller and pedal, but hey,
What,
you know,
a controller and what?
a foot pedal.
Am I just bad at this game?
Yeah,
I'll be honest, you put anything other than an Xbox controller in my hand, I'm kind of dead stick.
Yeah, I use a foot pedal for nose down. My next upgrade is going to be getting something that allows me to do nose down and nose up with foot pedals, or just buying a flight stick and giving that a shot.
Knock opting to ban Grabvine Gateway.
All right, and Dwy Guy selecting the Bunta training course.
With Homura claiming the top spot on this track with a 135.1 flat. Barely behind Toothbrush with a 135.374.
And Dwy and Nock are right next to each other in terms of times. Dwy's got a 137.496 and Nock's got a 138.777. All right. This will be a short race. Say the Bunta training course, the very first course of the game, is not a long track at all.
The Eternal Tutorial track, the one that actually tells you to boost.
Yeah.
Which, unfortunately, me as a kid didn't know how to do it, so I never did. Which is probably why I never cleared Malistaire 100, because I didn't buy upgrades and I didn't know how to nose up.
Ace with the trivia facts in chat. Third shortest track in the game. Assuming that's in terms of distance or time.
Presumably both.
Yes, it's true, Droopy. It is best of 11, so there is still plenty of racing to be had. So Nox still has plenty of time to break that serve and come on back.
They will need to do it against the history books because Dwy has about a second and a third over them on this track.
Yeah. Well, what is Nock doing? Nock maybe having some technical issues? Knock on the wrong track. I see. I was gonna say I don't.
Nox making part adjustments. Oh wait, why are they going
hang,
boot to classic?
hang on. Give me 1 second. I'm gonna go get her real quick.
It's a new lap record.
Yeah, they're running boot to Eve.
All right, that was a last-minute save. Thankfully,
Not legit.
lived
Not
together.
legit thinking it was boot
Yep.
to Eve Classic.
She
Well
thought it
then.
was Eve Classic.
Dwight actually completing a run in warm-ups.
One of these moments that I'm happy that I live with another runner.
Yeah, that would definitely have been a bad moment to not save that.
So I imagine we'll see her sync will be a little bit behind here. There's the panic quit race. Oh,
Looks like they're still on Mars though.
yep, about a 4-second delay there. Go ahead and get that real quick.
They're sticking with Mars? Oh boy. This can't be their run.
No, this is the run.
Oh boy.
Ah. All right, sorry if this might have an issue. It looks like the sync tracker is not working.
Oh, now Nock is ahead.
I will mess with this later. We're not gonna cause further delays in this here. Yeah, really just how this match is going. All right, and both racers on the final stretch here. It looks like Guy is slightly ahead.
Yeah, Nock indicating they thought they were going to Boonta Eve Classic, not Boonta Training Course.
Ugh.
And that means Dwight takes another one, and I believe goes to match point.
Yep.
Which means Nock is backed against the wall and will have to win 2 straight to get to the last round.
Okay, sync is fixed by the looks of it, so we should be good there.
The bands remain the same, Bullseye and Inferno.
Yeah, like you said, Nock really has to, if she wants to win this, she will need to really push ahead here. She will need to win 3 back to back to back.
Not impossible, not easy.
Ace, AMR is permabanned. Here, I will go ahead, since we have more people in the chat now, I will go ahead and list our permabans real quick.
Not going to have to think very carefully about this this potentially last banning.
For the folks at home, the permabans are, if I can find them, Andobi Mountain Run, Abyss, the Bunta Classic, and Gauntlet.
And the track we are selecting for race 9 is going to be Doug Derby Full Track.
All right. Looks like she is saving those force points for a defensive play. Our best times for the tourney records, we have Dom holding the tourney record with a 1:31.896. Nock with a 1:39.183. That's her personal record with a question mark of deaths because it looks like she didn't punch them in. And Dwi's record is a 1:51.366.
History books definitely favoring Knock in this case. This might go to them if you just look at the record.
Yes.
Knock also opting to take the R100.
All right, we've got
Why
Dwy.
Guy once again electing to take Mahonic.
I don't understand it. I mean, I guess if it's a comfort thing, but Ben is just... It's just a faster pod. What is the Knives outline? Puzzling, but it confounds me or something. Or compels me. That's it. Doesn't make any sense, but it compels me.
20 seconds out.
Huh. Ace in chat with the facts. Ma and Mars are viable picks here, in their opinion. Their turning is better than Ben, so if you manage heat well, you can get really good 30 times, even win versus an unclean Ben. Oh. All right.
Both having a crash in warm-ups. You were talking about an unclean Ben Ace. You might get your wish. Countdown is given. We are ready for restarts.
All right. Didn't mean to jinx anyone. Listen, that's just the curse of spectators and commentators.
Why taking heavy damage in that warm-up run?
Yeah, we're about to see. It looks like they're on their restarts.
Moment of truth. Somebody's life's about to change.
And Dwy is off. 4-second delay there. Let me go ahead and get that punched in real quick.
Knox screaming down the canyon going towards that drop. A little bit of a scrape going into that section.
All right, the hairpin. All right. First lap.
Scream ahead in that straightaway.
34.71 for Nox first lap versus 36.96.
Holding just about 2 seconds advantage.
Yeah, you can really tell in almost any race where it's Ben versus another pod, on any straightaways, Ben will pull ahead.
It's all about them quad.
Oh!
Oh boy!
Nock taking a death, and Dwy takes a death too!
Clean slate. Synchronized destruction.
Ah, beautiful. The sound of synchronized destruction.
I heard 2 kabooms and I woke up in the morning.
38.43 for Nock versus 38.74 for Dwy. Nothing doing there. There's still one more lap, and there's still one more hairpin for both these racers to navigate.
Not taking it
killing
cleanly.
it. Dwight playing again.
And that wraps it up. Knock will take this board.
But now she's got to win 2 more, at least. Or, yeah, no, not 2. She needs to win 2 more of Dwight's picks. I don't know why I said at least. That is her path to victory. A 145.466 for Knock and a 153.717 for Dwight.
This is not over, folks. We are
Dwight
going
is saying, "Oops, I was Maw."
very, very true words. Oops was Maw.
All right, will we see 11 races today?
We've got a chance.
All right. Dwight guy making a selection.
I want to reach for the popcorn. I really do. Dwight guy banning Mars Guo.
No chewing noises on air.
Of course, of course.
No ASMR.
God, no. Looking like Knock is going to ban Grabvine
Gateway.
Good riddance.
Thank you, Ace. Appreciate the compliment on our commentating skills.
I try. I wonder if Knock is considering using a force point to actually ban another track.
There
Speak
it is.
of the devil. Banning Zuka
ban.
Challenge.
Yep, no dozer awareness for this race.
You don't need dozer awareness if you don't got dozers.
Oh, it looks like we are going to Howler Gorge.
One of my favorite full tracks. The record held by Goofbrush with a 318.365, with Dwy Guy right after them with a 329, and Knock at a 338.
This is, in fact, this is the course that Dwy used to beat me in our matchup. This was a 4-4 match, and Dwy pulled out Howler Gorge and won it with some very clean racing on their part.
Oh boy, Knock is going to have to fight the history books again on this one.
Let's see how she does, and it may be different. Say, Howler Gorge is... It's not as mean as Endobi is, but those ice sections can and will kill you if you let them. Thank you, Polish Summoner, for the compliment as well. I'm assuming that's a compliment and not some strange other comment. We could start doing ASMR, but I don't think that's a good idea.
How about we don't?
Fair point, fair point. All right, looks like both racers are getting set up. I should reset the sync. Getting on you about that earlier. All right, sync has been reset here. All right, Knock taking a death in warm-ups, but it's warm-ups, you know. We'll see how it goes. Get that sweet, sweet Benmir. Oh, there's Dwy's stream catching up. I will say, Knock is a much better racer than I am, so if anyone can pull this out against Dwy, it'd be her. I imagine both racers at least want to get the chance to practice the tunnel entrance once. The tent entrance, the tentrance. Dwy nailing it in the warm-ups. I think we're just waiting to see how Knock does with that shortcut entrance.
And we are ready for the restarts.
All right. Oh! Knock not making it on warm-ups, but you know that is it's warm-ups. You know that's just how it goes. Knock
Got to shake
Knock
off
shaking
that
off
rust.
the nerves.
Shake off the nerves and dodge the tilt.
Getting a quick little Tentrance warm up in real quick before things actually get started. Hoo boy.
It is the make or break.
There's Dwight's restart. Dwight is off. 4-second delay.
Lead, yep.
Alright, we should be seeing that delay come in here right now, actually. There it is. Alright, Nox slightly ahead on the start. Well, I shouldn't say that, actually. It's way too close to tell. They're back and forth a little bit here just because of heat management, but Dwight's starting to pull ahead.
Hey, the whole shot in a race is important. Whoever gets that point first is off very well.
Yes. Yeah, both of them are neck and neck. There's no real clear lead here so far. Not going for the bump and boost. Dwight going for the long jump.
Yikes! I don't know how
Very
not to
close
get
call.
fragged on that one.
Yeah, those walls will kill you. All right, tight corner coming up here. Let's see how they handle it. Little bump for Knock, but honestly, things are going pretty well for both racers so far. They are neck and neck.
Whoa! Careful, Knock.
Oh my goodness. All right, both players making it through the tent without dying. Knock taking some bumps and slowing down a little bit. No one dies,
Be
but
able to navigate through that.
Dwight had the much better line there.
Yep.
So Dwight takes the lead.
I tend to run tilt in that ice tunnel because it gives you just the slightest bit more control. And if you hit the walls, you won't lose the boost.
Yeah, and it's not a fun ice tunnel. Say it's the shortest line in both of them, but hoo boy is it's rough.
The issue is always getting into the tentrance.
Yeah.
Past that, you'll do well.
All right. Dwight guy maintaining a pretty commanding lead so far.
Seems like Howler is their silver bullet.
I'll say. It's his second time, and things are looking pretty good for them right now. That being said, there's still another lap, and this is far from a safe course.
Wide guy navigating the tent expertly.
Not getting in. A little bit of damage, but moving forward. It's still shorter to do this than go the long way around.
For sure.
All right, Knock coming down the bridge. Dwight already in the hairpins, though. Yeah, I think Dwight is going to need to die for Knock to catch up here.
And there's 1 or 2 spots left for it. One coming up. Well, the second coming up now.
All right, we are seeing both racers coming down this corner here. Knock is not far behind, but she's going to need Dwight to hit a rock for her to really be able to capitalize on this.
Yep.
Through the rocks, there's only one corner left. Engine fire for Dwight, and that does it. Dwight with a 327.871 and Knock with a 330.979, and that is the match. Exciting pod racing all around, though. I think both of these racers put out a fantastic showing today.
Agreed. That was a very good match to run.
Need to verify those results. Results verified. Dwight is the winner, and let's get these racers in for some interviews.
Roger that.
Oh, I'm just gonna forget how to type.
Hello.
Hello, Knock.
A wild Knock appeared.
All right, we're just waiting for Dwight to come in, but GG's, and that was a good fight you put out there today.
I was alright, considering that I have not had time to touch the game since my last match. Yeah.
Good lord.
Uh, except for that Punta training. Oh my god.
Yeah, one of those
Um,
moments where we didn't quite realize until the countdown was about to be given.
Yeah. And at that point, I'd already locked in Mars and like weird traction and stuff.
That's
So-
an unfortunate way to.
Yeah.
First.
Well, I
Oh,
don't even know. I banned Punta Classic, so
Dwight, congratulations on the win.
yeah.
Thank
GG's.
yeah, it was well fought. We had some interesting picks there.
Now
I like
I'm
the
Go
Baru
ahead.
Coast and the something else. I forget.
Why Mahonic? There were several tracks in there where you picked Mahonic and Nock picked Ben.
I don't know. I think I was just feeling spicy. It's because I couldn't pick Bullseye. I think I just wanted something with a little more turning on those tracks. Usually.
Yeah, absolutely fair enough. It was just very curious to see from a commentator's perspective.
Yeah,
Honestly, one of those is Doug Derby, right? That makes sense to me.
Right. I tried to make Mahonic work on Duck Derby, and in the what do you call it, the switchback, it didn't. I just bonked one of the walls and crashed. I did
Yeah.
that twice.
That got me once on lap 2 as well. Ben is really hard there, so it's one of those tracks where Ma, Elan, and Mars all actually have pretty good max times, so that seems fair enough to me on Doug Derby.
Yeah, I was considering Mars as well, but I've just been having problems with his wide hitbox lately.
I
It's-
mean, I do
Yeah,
not blame
Wide
you.
boy Mars.
Yeah, I don't like him
I
there
will-
either.
I will say, outside of that, I do appreciate the use of the track favorite forces to give us a little tour around the circuits. Not just running the meta picks, but giving us a taste of some of the other stuff.
Good lord, Wan Sandage is not a fun pod.
He's pretty bad.
Slow
Yeah.
boy.
No, it was very fun
God, he
watching
is-
the two of you warm up for that track. It was just, wow, neither of these racers looks particularly confident with this racer. This will be interesting.
Well, 'cause for that 90-degree with the caution wall, I
Yeah.
couldn't get him to slide enough. I had to keep lowering and lowering and lowering the TFPS. I finally bottomed out. I did that at 2420.
Yeah, I just took that corner slow, released the throttle after
Yeah.
the jump, and slide like crazy.
Yeah, all in all, though, a solid race. Props to iGuy for winning 2 matches in a row now by finishing with Howler Gorge.
Oh yeah, you're right. That must be a comfort pick of mine.
Yeah,
I
I,
thought you were gonna pick it and didn't ban it because I was like, well, of all the tracks you could pick, that's probably my most comfortable one too. But yeah, I was not gonna match the 327.
yeah, I mean, it was very interesting to see that 2 matches now have been finished off with that one. But all in all, some solid racing from both of you today. Very fun match to watch. You both did one fantastic job each in putting out a good showing today.
Agreed.
Yeah, it was a really fun match.
So you ended up picking a Mahonic on Bumpies. How did that feel?
Not great. not that good. You banned a bunch of stuff on that pick. That was
Yeah,
really
that's the one I
nasty
used probably 3 bands.
Yeah, where was that? Scrappers, it was before the Scrappers. Brooke.
Yeah, it was a nasty pick from our perspective.
Bumpy. So yeah, ban Mars, ban Bulls. Yeah, it was either Ma or Elan, and I figured Ma would be a little bit safer. I really didn't want to try to do shortcut with Elan, but then
Yeah, that doesn't sound fun at all.
shortcut with Ma didn't go great either.
Yeah, Ma and Eland are pretty similar handling from what I can tell.
Yeah, I was surprised how bad Ma's traction is. But his turning
Handling
is
and they're
better, I think.
surprisingly wide. Both Elon, Mach, and Mahonic are actually pretty decently wide.
Really? I thought Ma actually looked wide, but actually has a small aspect radius.
Supposedly
It's
they
those, it's
have
those
the
silly
same.
outriggers.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
Supposedly they have the same size hitbox, but I always feel like Maw is extra wide.
Seconded.
It's really just the little I don't even know what you'd call those, the tiny little thrusters on the sides.
Oh yeah.
The outriggers.
You know, the thing that makes you go forward.
Yeah. It's like, wow, you've
I don't know,
got these giant engines.
I'm used to wide hitboxes. I play Mars a lot. That wasn't really the issue. His handling was just bizarre, and taking me off of Mars and Ben there was brutal.
It was a good call.
You did Mars on Peru Coast, right?
Yes.
All right, yeah. That was another. I thought that was a fun pick. Don't often get to play Mars there.
Yeah, I like that track with Mars. I was shaky today. It didn't work out, but
But yeah.
Anything else commentators want to ask about or anything? It's a fun match. Congratulations on the win. Good luck with the next match. It'll be either Paige or Adept.
Yes, I will go ahead and give us a little spiel about what's coming up next. So, Nock, you are out of the tournament. That was it. Dwight, you will be advancing on to the lower bracket finals, where you will face the winner of Paige and Adept's match, which has not been scheduled yet. So, to the viewers out there, just stay tuned, and we will check. You can check SpeedGaming's schedule for when that next match is. If you're in the Discord server, it's a great way to stay tuned. Links should be in the chat if you would like them, because they're not there. You should be able to do, I believe it's !server. That's the command, or it's like Discord or something.
Should be ! SWUNR.
Yeah, you can get more information that way to stay tuned. But in the meantime, this concludes. Does this? Or no, this doesn't conclude our losers bracket. That's right. There is one more match where Dwight, you will need to face the loser of Paige and Adept, and then the winner of that moves on to the
end.
The end match. So
the mountaintop.
Yes. Looks like we don't have anything scheduled at the moment. I know life has gotten pretty busy for a lot of our racers. There are still some upper bracket matches left as well. So stay tuned out there, all of y'all, and there's more racing to come. Any other closing thoughts from anybody besides myself?
No. Thanks again for the match. Thanks